Welcome back to another video, guys. And on today's video, I'm going to be jumping into the Bitcoin price on the immediate short term, which is quite important. A lot of YouTubers do long term, which is great, but I think it's important to do more intraday trades as well. I was just in Bybit, I was looking at the charts here, and I was noticing if we drop down to the 1 minute candles, I've been following Bitcoin, and we're currently in this like rising wedge here in this. I highlight the thick walls here. We're in this rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern. So we're getting higher highs and higher lows, which sounds great, but yeah, they typically tend to break down. The big support and resistance walls here, I've marked them as thicker white lines, just to be clear. And on the inside, you can see several patterns and trend lines. I did just catch a trade here. I believe we were here. If I break down to the minute candles here, I keep seeing these rising wedges all the time, like rising wedge, rising wedge, rising wedge. Okay, so if we go over back to the pattern side, chart patterns, and we'll go to F falling wedge, which is that's this pattern right here. These two lines right here, that's a falling wedge falling this way. So it starts wide and it wedges in down diagonally. If we go to the F falling wedge right here, it looks like this pattern right here. So it's falling in. They tend to break to the upside, and as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touch points. That's a lot of confluence, and what do you know, it broke to the upside. So I typically take the large side of the high-end candle to the low point here and where the breakout is, and it typically meets that price target, as you can see to the T. But if you just measure that distance there where that breakout is, that's a 1.26% move. Okay, now it doesn't sound like a lot, but on 10x leverage, that's 12.6%, and on 100x leverage, that's 126% profit. On that sort of breakout, I would, if you do want to do 100x leverage, which you should not do 100x leverage, but if you were degenerate like me, I didn't do it this time, but if you are, then I would certainly break it right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wouldn't want to risk more than 35%, so 0.35%. If you're wrong, you could just have it. You could just have a buy order, limit order set down on 100x, and say you had $1,000. Downside is $350. Upside is $1,230. As a risk to reward, that is 35%. That's a risk to reward of 3.75. So that's a very good risk to reward. Okay, yes, I'm talking after the fact here. You don't want to count that. So what I did have drawn is this trend line way before this touched. Way before this touched. In fact, it wicked through it, as you can see here, right? So I had my buy order set down here, and I got wicked in, fortunately. Okay, yeah, it's $1,000 on 10x leverage. So I had to take profit at TP1 right here where we are now, which is took 10%, okay, $6 or whatever. I've got another TP, which is 10% right here, which is where I believe our resistance is going to be. If we do break this trend line right here, I do believe we're going to swing up. Okay, so if we swing up, right where this limit order is, there's another 10% profit, which is a TP. And then finally, if we come back up just shy of 25,000, then I want to close my position, because I don't think we are breaking up. Potentially, I don't know, but I'm just going to take the profits early. And hey, if we break past this, come back down and retest this line, break this, come back down, retest this, I will be jumping into another position. But like I said, I did get liquidated pretty hard last time. I don't intend to get liquidated again. Lessons learned. I'm going to be very patient trading these strategies right here. But so far, so good. I'm not trading every day. I'm waiting for the right opportunity. I did see this on the 1 minute candles fall pretty hard. I did think we were going to get a reverse around here, hence where I put my money where my mouth is there, and we are coming back up. I'm still at a risk here. This current trade setup is a risk to reward ratio of, technically the TPs there. And I did close, it was a 3-to-1 ratio, but I moved my stop loss because I think there's a bigger trend line at play here, and if we break that, then I think we're going down, which I can show you. But that's a risk to reward ratio of 10, so that's pretty good. But yeah, if we were to jump on here, as you see, this is the 1 minute candles. If we jump back over to the 15-minute candles, this is a rising, no, this is a ascending triangle right here. We've got 1, 2 touch points up here, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, okay? And we did come down in this red zone here and touch. And it was actually inside this broadening wedge as well. So I had this marked up as 2 buy zones. I had this yellow one and this one. I didn't actually go for a buy on this one as it was falling down so fast. So we could just delete that one. And I did have a buy zone set here where these 3 lines cross. So the broadening wedge, the bottom support end of the ascending triangle, and nothing. I think it's just that, to be honest. So yeah, I actually get wicked in. In fact, I had this perfect. This line right here, what is that? 424,126. Oh my god, I had it on the money actually, to be honest. It wicked in on the money, on the dollar, which is surprising. Yeah, on the dollar. That's crazy. I should have probably just went with that, but I was scared. I was getting FOMO. I thought I was going to miss out, so I left it. But yeah, so those are my TPs. That's my setup. That's the trade I'm going to do. If it was to fold in on me, okay, I've taken a small percentage, but I'd probably lose about $30 here. I'm up currently about $70. The next TP would probably take around about $10 or so. And then as we go up, it'd take more and more again. And then the final big bit would come at the end. But yeah, if we do break out of this channel here and break back in, I'm going to close my position immediately. There is terms to this. And as soon as we break out of this channel here, my stop loss will get moved. My stop loss will get moved from a losing position to a break-even position. So there's rules to this as well. But at the moment, we can still come back down, swing low to this. If anything, I've probably got my stop loss too high, but I'm just going to play a little bit more conservative because I don't like losing money. Yeah, that's my update for the Bitcoin price. And long term, where do I think anything's changed? If I zoom back out onto the hourly or 4 hourly, obviously we were in this ascending wedge, broke down from it, hit the price target nearly. We actually bounced off support here, which was a good buy zone, which I did get some buys, but I closed them up. And then we shot back up into this ascending triangle. Let's see what happens from here. We can potentially consolidate like here and run out of room. Once we run out of room, this is going to be very exciting. I'd be interested in putting a high leverage trade on. We could shoot to the upside. And like I said before, the VTVR is not got a lot of things going on. So if we're to shoot, I'd expect us to shoot, piss straight through this VPVR zone where there's like hardly any resistance and hit this support line here, bounce off that and come back down. Other than that, if we do not break up, then I expect us to break down. Where we fall to, we're probably going to fall to this support zone right here, where there's been a lot of volume support right there. That would be my next play for Bitcoin. These are very important levels, hence why they're in red, and I'm going to keep an eye on those. If we do break, I'll try and enter a short potentially there, and if we break to the upside, I'll probably enter a long. But until then, I'm going to trade the middle, try and make some money in the middle, and then plan my next move after. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always guys, like and subscribe for more crypto content and potentially what we get liquidated. Cheers, bye bye.